So welcome everybody to our next video interview. Here I have Jen Nery. She is a acupuncturist at 35 State Street in Northampton. The first question I have for you, I think a lot of people are unclear as to what acupuncture is. I think people kind of have a general overview, but what are the benefits behind it, and why? What does it actually entail? What's a session like?
Okay. Well, a session involves usually a very careful diagnostic interview at the beginning, and then I insert some needles, and they're sterile, single-use only needles, usually between 10 and 25, I'd say, depending on the person. And once the needles are in and the person is relaxed and comfortable, I'll often let them rest for 15 to 20 minutes, and that's the basics. From there, it's interesting that you ask what is acupuncture, because acupuncture, I think, actually includes a lot of things that people don't normally think of as acupuncture, because the puncturing is only one part of it. I also do shiatsu massage. I also do Chinese herb consultations and prescriptions. I do cupping, which is the use of glass cups. It's sort of like a massage in reverse. It sort of sucks instead of pushing. It's very comfortable and relaxing. Moxibustion, which is the burning of mugwort, various forms of mugwort, either on or near the body.
Does the acupuncture portion hurt? I know a lot of people are afraid of needles, and I don't even want to have a flu shot.
Yeah. Never
mind 25 needles.
Well, a flu shot is way less comfortable than acupuncture.
That's good to know. Okay.
Generally, I mean, an acupuncture needle can fit through the eye, through the hole in a hypodermic needle.
Okay.
It's tiny, tiny, tiny.
How does it work? Why does it work?
The question. There are many answers and no answers to that question. So Western medicine has a very different picture of how the body works from what Chinese medicine does. According to Chinese medicine, we have these meridians running through us. Meridians are channels running through us that the blood and the qi, you might have heard these terms thrown around, should be circulating through. What happens when you say have pain is that you have stagnation in one of those channels of qi or blood or something, maybe an environmental toxin, something like that. And the needles can sort of unblock that flow.
Got it.
So that's a rough version of the Chinese story, which you could study for a million years and never get to the end of, but that's the cartoonish version. According to Western medicine, there are a lot of different explanations for what's going on. People talk about different neurotransmitters, different hormones being released. People talk about stimulating nervous pathways. Basically, what's been shown is that there are a lot of responses to acupuncture. It's also been shown that, and this is with solid scientific research, a lot of people think acupuncture is kind of woo-woo and hasn't been researched, but I'm really interested in research. It's been shown definitively to treat many diseases, to ease a lot of pains, and also just to relieve the effects of some other chronic issues. So it's been shown again and again, and the people who say that it hasn't been shown to do anything just haven't been reading, because it's shown all the time to be doing stuff.
So how can people benefit? I mean, I know it benefits a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. But generally speaking, people come with you with an ailment. They say, I would like this to get fixed, not
exactly.
Everything's fantastic, I just want to have greater clarity, or I want to...
There are actually, not a lot of people come and say, I just want to maintain my wellness, although acupuncture is awesome for that. It's all about creating balance, and the closer you are to balance, the more fine-tuned work we can do. But quite a few people do come in with less concrete problems. So they'll say, oh, I feel like something's not clicking, or I'm trying to find my new way in life, and I just don't quite know what direction to go. So it's not really it's not a physical problem.
Yeah.
And it's not even necessarily a clear problem when they come in. But acupuncture is great for both, you know, oh, I sprained my ankle, and I want to find a new direction in my life. It's amazing. It's like, it just runs the whole gamut.
So, you kind of talked a little bit, but why did you become an acupuncturist?
I had a shoulder injury. I started feeling like, you know, if somebody asked me to go for a hike, I would feel like I couldn't do it. And I was like, what? You know, it was crazy, the effect that it had on my whole life. I started feeling like I couldn't do stuff. Anyway, so I went to the doctor at UCLA, where I was studying philosophy, and fortunately this doctor said, well, you can go to PT and it'll be $15 a time, and you'll have to go 3 times a week for 6 months, or you could go to acupuncture and it might work right away. And I was like, well, I'm poor, so I'll go to acupuncture. And I seriously laid down on that table, and she put 1 needle into me. Into my shoulder, which I later realized is a really awesome point. I later learned about it. But she put 1 needle in, and I felt this just jolt of electricity go all the way through me, down into my toes. I was just like, goosh. And she was like, pretty good, huh? I was like, yeah. And I was just fascinated. I mean, fascinated in the first place. And then I had that one treatment, felt a lot better, and and it kept loosening and loosening. I kind of expected it to tighten back up, but it kept getting better and better. And I ended up getting 3 treatments on my shoulder, after which I had full range of motion, no more pain. I would occasionally get a tune-up here and there afterward, and I just started going for stress. I was living in LA, which I didn't like. I was studying academic philosophy, which is very stressful. So I just started going for stress and just general well-being, and you know, aches and pains and kidney infections. I mean, I've gone for all sorts of things, and I was just amazed time after time. I was like, this is really incredible stuff. And when I decided to leave philosophy, this was the first thing I thought of. Maybe I'll be an acupuncturist. And I looked into it, and it seemed more perfect, and everything I learned about it made it seem more perfect, and it's still just great.
Thanks so much. That was awesome. I learned a lot about the whole thing. I thought I'd known about acupuncture, but now I know more. Hopefully the people who view the video will learn something as well.
Super.
Well, thanks so much.